Hello and welcome back to another place. It's time to go find Lear though. How do I get past this? I should... Oh, character points. Okay. Swordsmanship. Amount of vigor needed to block incoming blows. Minus 75%. Vitality. Let's be able to deal damage to many opponents. Chance of critical effect, bleeding 10%. Yeah, sure. Okay. Let's see. Do we have enough Towniel? We do not. What about Worker? Full potion. Increase accuracy of special attacks that cause critical effects. No side effects. Holy shit. Okay. Drink some potions. Rogue, Swallow, and Verga or Wolf? Verga. Let's go find Lear though. Anais and Vernon.
Vernon Roach, step away from the child.
She's of royal blood. Temerian. Too good for you, Horsens.
You're an outlaw, wanted in all the north. Hand over the child and perhaps the king will show you mercy.
I piss on Kedwenny mercy.
Roach!
Triss! We can't let them have her! This is Folter's daughter!
I've heard enough. Grab them!
Okay. Fine. I just took down a dragon, bitch. Okay.
I failed. Deathmold got away. Thanks, Geralt.
Triss needed my help. You know that. The Nilfgaardians outwitted us all.
What are you talking about?
They kidnapped Triss. The Emperor dispatched the Kingslayers using the Lodge as a decoy. All in order to breed chaos in the northern kingdoms.
Temeria is lost. The Barons will pick it apart into bits.
It's not lost. Temeria will be reunited. Get the child out of here. Take her far away. Far from the kings, their courts and their wars. One day, she'll reclaim her heritage.
What about you, Geralt?
I'm going after the Kingslayer.
A man of his word.
It's personal now.
Farewell then, White Wolf. I trust we'll meet again in better times.
Farewell, Roach. Where's Yorvith? How's Yorvith?
Proud, I think. The reward on his head has never been greater. Those seeking him, the Scoia'tael hunters, will be reinforced. The special forces throughout the north will receive more resources. The Council and the Conclave are assigning several mages to the task. Yorvith is now public enemy number 1. They won't rest until they find him.
Okay. Fits him. Let's see if we can make it to Letho before. Good to see Vernon and Anais made it over here though.
This is no place for witches. Though I know you and you appear wherever something important happens.
True, though sometimes by accident.
And this time, also a coincidence?
Let's say I have something to take care of.
In that case, hurry. Once we're done cleaning up this mess created by the royal soldiery, Loch Muin will be magically sealed.
Getting out of here?
Temporarily. We shall return soon enough to rebuild the city. Loch Muin will regain its former glory. Until that time, we need to keep the treasure hunters and troublemakers out.
So Radovid trusts you?
We shall win His Royal Majesty's trust by delivering Sheila de Tansarville and the other traitresses from the lodge.
That could take a while. Sheila's fled Loch Muin via Megascope.
We have time. She cannot hide forever. Sooner or later, she will be ours. Forgive me, I must attend to some matters. And don't dawdle. The city will be sealed in 1 hour.
Okay. Well, that's one way to say it. Hello, Letho.
There he is.
Wait for me.
Geralt.
I don't want you to get hurt.
I can take care of myself.
Not this time. I need to talk to him alone. Wait for me at the city gate. If I'm not there within the hour, leave without me.
Hello there, though. Letho. Got a bit ambitious, did we? No, you're alone. Just like I'm alone.
Took you a while?
Is that Bauble from Sheila's Megascope?
Mm-hmm. My final prank. I switched the diamonds. The one in the Megascope has a flaw. Minute. But just large enough to warp the teleport. The Emperor's magic theorists assured me the effect would be spectacular.
I let her escape.
You're heartless. You've no idea what the royal witch hunters have in store for her. A lot of pain for a long time.
I don't doubt it. So, ready to lay your cards out on the table?
No matter the game, there comes a point when all the players need to show their cards. I love that moment. But first... Vodka?
I suppose my throat's a little dry.
In that case, let's drink to old friendships. Recovered your memory yet?
Not entirely.
Remember how we first met?
Yeah, I saved your life. Couldn't think of a nicer way to pay me back?
Frankly, I couldn't. I mean, taking care of another man's woman, Yennefer. I can't fathom what you saw in her, but I suppose there's no accounting for taste.
The winter solstice, 1270. Middenver, the night of magic. Letho wasn't lying, the hunt had stopped. At the Hanged Man's Tree, the spectral riders selected from among those they had taken. Yennefer was among them. A wraith cannot be killed, only driven away. Every witcher knows that. Yet the riders fell beneath the blows of our witcher's blades. Crimson blood flowed from under their dead men's armor. We could not kill them all. They were simply too many. A stalemate. He was different from all other elves. There was no shame in his gaze. He had never suffered persecution. He had endured no massacres. Humans had not taken his land. This elf was not of this world. He was an invader. We struck a deal. My soul for that of Yennefer. He agreed without hesitation.
Back with me, friend. Got the feeling you left for a minute.
Memories. I remember the Hanged Man's Tree and the Wild Hunt. I remember the exchange. Me for Yennefer.
So, cards out on the table. Unless you chase me all that way just to kill me.
I chased you for lots of reasons. You owe me some explanations to start with.
Let's say I do.
Care to tell me what it was all about?
Kill as many rulers as we could. Lay the blame on the sorceresses. Breed chaos. Prepare the north. Soften it before the invasion. And you know what's incredible? We could not have imagined more fertile soil. No matter what the war's outcome, the northern monarchs will accuse one another. Pursue their God-given rights. Seek vengeance and be at each other's throats for years to come. The North resembles a whorehouse on fire, as your friend Dandelion would say.
Why are you still here? Why did you wait for me this time?
I knew you wouldn't give up. I knew you'd pursue me. And I don't aim to hide anymore. Fact is, only you know the truth about me. Well, and a couple of folks whose word isn't worth spit anymore. I never saw you as a foe. I want to go my way. But if I have to fight you first, so be it. This story ends here and now.
How did you know where we'd find the Wild Hunt?
Every witcher who wears the viper around his neck knows the place. We had so many books and scrolls about the hunt that I used to think our school was founded for the very purpose of solving the riddle of the spectral riders.
Know who they are? You know the true identities of the riders?
From what I understand, they're some damn elven race. But they turned out to be a big ruse. The legendary omen of war proved to be a fairground attraction.
No Market Square mage could possibly conjure up a cavalcade of wraiths speeding across the sky. Then there's the amnesia. No, there's something more, I assure you.
Go ahead, enlighten me. I can tell you want to.
There are a lot of legends and myths about it, but the Wild Hunt is a fact. I've fought and killed many of its wraiths. They were spectral emanations, the avatars of real riders. The riders we ran into by the Hanged Man's Tree.
Are you telling me you were carried off by elves? Real material sons of bitches like the ordinary kind we deal with in this world?
They may be ordinary in their world, but they're strangers in ours. The conjunction of spheres. Know the theory? Do you know how monsters appeared in our world?
There's not a witcher who doesn't know that.
So you know there are other spheres. The most powerful of our mages can open passages between these worlds, and they usually do that to summon the monsters we then have to hunt. The elves we saw come from another world, and they weren't summoned. They found the way on their own. It's not exactly easy, so they usually send their spectral emanations. They come in person on special missions.
As they did for you and Yennefer. So, elves from another world and their trained wraiths. What did they want from you?
I've got an idea, but that's not your concern.
Why did you become an Imperial spy?
How did a Witcher agree to kill humans at another human's bidding?
At the Emperor's bidding, Geralt. And he's no ordinary human. The rulers of the North come up to about where his Pauline's end.
Why?
Simple. He promised to rebuild the School of the Viper, the Witcher's Order where I came to be. Witcher's schools in the south fell into ruin long ago, and Witchers themselves became internal exiles, banned from entering most cities. Besides Seret and Ox, I know of 2 other Witchers of the School of the Viper who should be alive and on the path. I don't know where they are. Haven't seen them for years. Now they can come out of hiding. They can come home.
How did you know where we'd find them?
Every Witcher...
Yeah, okay, we had that conversation. We had that conversation.
Tell me about Yennefer. What happened after I departed?
She was feverish for several days. Delirious. In agony. We thought that was it. She was on her way out. Somehow she recovered. But even then she was disoriented. Amnesia like you.
What then?
Well, the woman turned out to be quite a character. Throwing tempered tantrums, trying to seduce Orcs, trying to drive a wedge between us. After you so nobly sacrificed yourself, we thought it'd be dumb just to leave her somewhere. She wouldn't have survived more than a month. The whims and vigor of a duchess, but she was just a sorceress with no memory. We were in the heart of the Empire. And as I'm sure you know, Geralt, in Nilfgaard, mages who behave like that either drop their bad habits quickly, or are drawn and quartered by horses in the middle of Victory Square.
So I heard.
So we set out, wandered through the provinces. Everywhere we went, she got in trouble and we pulled her out. And then one day they captured us. The Imperial Secret Police. Me, Ox, Seret, and Yennefer.
Imperial Secret Police?
Mm-hmm. We were separated, and they questioned us. Long and thoroughly, but it was uneventful. No violence. That's how I met Vatia de Rideau. And a couple of weeks later, the Emperor himself. Me. A simple Witcher.
What happened to Yennefer?
I don't know. Never saw her again. The Emperor offered me a mission in the northern kingdoms. As for Yennefer, I had the feeling she was somehow important to Emir. As I see it, they learned of the Lodge from her. Those Imperial spooks have their ways. All I heard is that Vatir had his men watch Yennefer closely throughout the time she was at the palace. Then we went off to slay the kings of the north. And that's where my knowledge ends.
So she's in the Empire?
She was when I left.
I'm done talking. Let's finish this.
Want to fight?
Any vodka left in that bottle?
A swig apiece. Here. The Imperial army is probably crossing the Yaruga as we speak. Pure pandemonium will ensue. The North's finished. Time to go south, where the good life awaits.
You're a fool, Letho. Both you and your Emperor are forgetting one thing. Misfortune brings people together. Very shortly, the North could be united like never before, thanks to you. But that's just not my concern anymore.
I'm not your foe. I never was. Let me walk away and I will. You'll never see me again. Force me to fight, and this time I'll kill you.
This is actually hard because I don't actually hate the guy, I hated the guy way back then, but... Ooh... Would it be disappointing if I asked him to just leave? It probably would, wouldn't it? But I don't actually see a reason to kill him now. He just did what he thought was right, and that's kinda... Yeah, yeah, he just did what he... I don't feel like killing without needing to. All he did was to save his school. Even if he did kill Foltest, even if he did throw the entire North into disarray. Okay. You know what? I don't actually want to kill him. That's just what it is. I mean, Triss was handled worse by the Nilfgaardians than by him. And he hasn't actually done me any wrong, so... Okay. You know what? I'm going to let him leave. I'm sorry about this. I hope you don't hate me for this.
I've learned all I wanted to know. I can feel the memories coming back. Your death won't change a thing. Go where you will.
Just like that. No threats. No words of wisdom.
Are you going or not?
Farewell, Geralt.
Yeah, this is what I wanted. I got the answers I wanted out of him. Sorry, Triss. She's probably very furious with me right now, but... Oh. It's a little ladybug. Let's go.
The Witcher had traveled far and wide in search of the Kingslayers. In Flotsam, he slew Bernard Laredo, but few mourned for the Commandant. Flotsam remained Temerian, while command of the garrison and town went to a Vizima noble, a sworn enemy of Kedwen and an avid angler. To this day, folk gather round bonfires in Lobendon to hear of the Witcher's deeds. The Witcher witnessed a great Kedweni victory in Edirn. At Vergen, Henselt's army crushed Saskia the Dragonslayer's motley force, ending the springtime of races. Soldiers of the Unicorn swarmed over the Pontar Valley. As it had before, powerful Kedwen swallowed Upper Edirn whole. Yet subsequent events would render Henselt's triumph short-lived. After Foltest's death, Temeria's neighbors began to vie for the glittering prize that was the realm's throne. Yet the murders of first Demavend, then Henselt, forced them to look to their own problems. Temeria fell prey to its power-hungry barons. But Vernon Roche held a light of hope for the dying realm, and he tucked it away in a place safe and still to await better times. Years before, Geralt of Rivia had witnessed the fall of the Council and Conclave of Mages. The summit in Loch Muin re-established both bodies, their founders sacrificing Sheila de Tanzerville and her accomplices. Yet Radovid also required humility and loyalty from the proud mages, but this did not sit well with all of them. It was a time of great uncertainty, of rape accomplished by royal decree. Yet as troubled as the day seemed, we, who had in some way shaped the world's fate, finally received some respite. Zoltan resumed the quest for his beloved's hand, and I laid my head in the laps of the muses. Who could have known this tempest which had ravaged the north was but a harbinger of darker days, and the preamble to an entirely new tale of Geralt of Rivia.
And here we go. Thank you guys so much for watching this series on The Witcher 2. I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly did. I have to say, this was a much better game than the first one. Oh man. I'm sorry if you feel I took away the last great battle from you. To me, it was greater battle to fight the dragon. I was surprisingly merciful now that I think about it, but well, that's just how I felt like doing it at the time. You know, sometimes it's just better to go with your gut, right? So I will not be, because I can count the number of episodes, I'll not be going directly into Witcher 3, and that is solely because I do not own the game yet. So you will probably see the beginning. Those of you who are watching this as it gets uploaded, you will probably see the beginning of The Witcher 3 around the 1st or the 2nd of November. Of course, if you're watching this in an archive form, it doesn't mean anything to you. But yeah, I tend very much to start it then. Until then, I don't know what we're going to do. I'm thinking of just doing like an in-between series, but you'll find out what gets uploaded. This was exciting though. So it didn't actually end the problem, didn't it? It didn't finish the problem. No, the problem, it was more of a prelude to a new series of games, a new problem which will go on. I'm kind of disappointed we didn't feel everybody's fate. I don't know what happened to Vez. I kind of would have wanted to know that, but I mean, I killed her rapist, which is my main concern with her. Well, Vernon did. I'm also glad I managed to save Triss, and I'm glad I managed to slay the dragon. And oh, that was good. This was good. It was a really good game. Letho turned out to not be that bad. I mean, when I fought him and had to turn down the difficulty against him, I got really riled up against him, didn't I? But honestly, most of that was just anger over not being able to beat him. I don't think I ever felt any real ill will against Letho, because he suddenly I respect him, like, because I understand his honor code. Even if I don't like his loyalty to the Empire's throne, he honored our agreement with Yennefer, it seems, and he only did what he set out to do. He didn't do anything else. Like, he also wasn't needlessly cruel. Because he didn't really... Did he raise his sword against anyone who didn't deserve it? No, not really. He got attacked by the Scoia'tael at one point, and then he fought them off, and then he went to try and kill Hansel with his friends. His friends, unfortunately, didn't get to do that, but I did. Looking back now, I wish I could have let the assassins go for him. Deathmold, I am sad that I didn't get to rip off his face, but it was the choice between politics or Triss, and Triss have been my friend. Like, I'd like to keep the main crew together, and by the main crew I mean Sultan, Dandelion, Geralt and Triss, which I consider the main characters of the series. I am kind of surprised we didn't get to see anything from Kaer Morhen. Didn't hear any opinion from there, because I know they return to Kaer Morhen every so often. So I guess, I mean, maybe in the next game we'll run into the other witches from there. Kinda hope so. The North... I mean... I get that there wasn't really anything to do about that, was there? Maybe, had I followed Vernon, maybe Anais would have been brought to the summit. That could have been a thing, I guess. And then Anais would have been married to Radovid. As much as I like Radovid, I think that would have been a bad idea. I think this is, although not, like, what do they say? Although not ideal, and it will most surely throw it into turmoil. At the very least, like, they still govern themselves, right? They're not suddenly governed by an outside force like they would have been. Of course, Radovid would have just married Anais, and then Anais would have been sent to some sort of school until she was ready to pop out babies. Which is no life. I mean, she may not live in luxury with Vernon, but I don't really care. I mean, isn't that a lot better? I am wondering how much these tie into the game, into the books. I've heard that this one is more accurate to the books than the other one was. I haven't read any of the books, so I really don't know. The stories are original as far as I've heard. Like, the stories for the games are original, but like, this game is closer to what actually, like, the actual events of the book. So I'm curious, like, what will happen next? I guess the third one will be Geralt tracking down Yennefer. And since he has a beard on the game cover, from what I've seen, the promotional material has him looking much older than he is in this one. So this must take place years later. I kinda hope I can remove the beard. Maybe I'll get used to it once we play it. Yeah, Sheila de Tankerville. I let Sheila live. I'm still not sure about that decision. As Lezo says, now she'll be hunted by the dragon, the witch hunters. That is good, but on the other hand, would it have been worse or better to just blow her up? I guess it would have been more like satisfying to blow her up, to let her blow up. But I like to come out as the bigger man. I'm the bigger man here. Same goes with Lezo, because Lezo, he was ready to fight me. He was right. Hey, I've been killing your kings. Geralt isn't loyal to the kings, and I mean, Foltest is dead. What is he going to do about that? And nobody would know about it, as Lezo says. Geralt is the only one who really, like, the only important person who really knows about Leto being behind everything. So, yeah. Hopefully, like, when we get into Witcher 3, we will see, like, if any, I can like imagine the Baronesses having tried to take over each other. Maybe Vernon shows up with Anais, now grown up, being like, "Hey, this is my country now. Fuck off." I really don't know, because I could imagine after that much time, the Barons wouldn't be super interested in. I'm just gonna say the Arlings. Like, the Arlings wouldn't just be that interested in suddenly being combined again. Maybe there's even like some interior like shit, like, because that's a lot of that happens to a lot of countries with several states. Like, even as a person who lives in a united country, I know that Americans have interior fightings between states. I know every Californian has something to say about Mississippi. I know everybody in Mississippi has something to say about California. And New York, of course. I know there's some stuff about New York getting too much attention and that shit. We have that a little bit. In Denmark, we actually have that a little bit as well. Like, more in that there's more like cities or parts of the country. People from Western Denmark will often tell you that Copenhagen, where I'm from, gets a lot of like job opportunities, and it gets too much. Like, the politicians always focus on Copenhagen, and that is true to a certain degree. Like I get maybe any country with a capital like has that, where people in the province are like, fuck the capital, fuck everyone in the capital, and fuck everything the politicians say about the capital. We're tired of hearing about the capital. I could see that being a thing. Yeah, I've been talking for a long time, haven't I? So yeah, today is the I think the 17th or the 18th of October, which means there are still over a week till we start Witcher 3. So yeah, I'll try and find out. Right now I'm just trying to talk through the credits. I made a big mistake with Dragon Age Inquisition, in that I turned off the recording too soon, and I lost some shit that you people apparently wanted to see, so I'm sorry about that. So I'm trying to keep at the credits. I don't know how long the credits are. I'm gonna just shut up now, and if something happens, I'll cut to that. Okay. Thank you so much for watching. Bye! Oh, here we go. There's a rabbit. What's the rabbit doing? The bunny rabbit, there's some dude. Oh, food. Go get it. Go get the food. Get the food, sir. You're probably a hungry peasant. Yeah, good work. There's another food over there. You can go get that food. Otherwise they breed out of control. What did happen to Boozy? Is that Boozy? Is that Boozy all grown up? Oh, the bridge is gonna fall down, isn't it? Oh shit, son. Nilfgaard. Aww, you wasted the food. Oh, you're alive. Well done. You can do it, mate. Food is probably useless now. Where's the rabbit? Oh, they took the rabbit. Oh shit. Yes, this is worse than just taking the rabbit. Okay. Well. That's a big army you have there. The world as we know it nears its end, yet the past remains the key to the future. Oh, Dandelion survived. And Sultan. Ah, they probably did. They would tell me. They wouldn't kill them off in a post-credit sequence, would they? Okay. Game over. Thank you guys for watching. That was bad. Maybe I should have killed Leather. Okay, well, I'll see you guys in another video. Bye!